This wedding is in Texas at a rustic but upscale venue that doubles as a winery. It has no tones of Old Western, just rustic. Think wood tones, a large reception space that looks similar to a barn, but glass doors. This person gave a lot of details that we don't normally get.
Yeah, I like that. I
Picturing
can
it.
visualize.
Yeah. The ceremony space looked very like a very small church from the outside. On the morning of my wedding, the bridal party was getting ready in the bridal suite, and the groom was getting ready in the groom suite. One of the groomsmen didn't follow instructions and showed up 2 hours late with a different girl than who he RSVP'd for. Okay. This girl
Oh,
had a very
oh.
strong Russian accent, went into the groom's suite and started talking to the groom and asking questions. For example, is this a yeehaw wedding? And will you be doing square dancing? Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess like switching
I
for a
get it. Like,
different girl doesn't really matter, but it's interesting.
oh, wow. Okay, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The boys kicked her out and told her to wait somewhere else, and she came then to the bridal suite. She came in and started acting faint and sat at a table demanding attention from all the bridesmaids. They were taking care of
Ooh.
her because they were worried and had a hard time understanding her because of her accent. When they turned away to finish getting ready for the day, she ate my lunch. The bride's lunch. The audacity. There was no more food left until
Oh,
after this
no.
ceremony, so I went to my wedding hungry. See, I'm a big, like,
Oh.
weddings that I've been in and, like, helped coordinate. I am big into, like, no one other than the wedding party be in the room. Like,
Yeah,
if
why
you,
was she in there?
yeah, I feel like it's probably the groomsman that wasn't paying attention, being like, oh, just go in there. You're fine. You're one of the girls. Because I've seen that at weddings
Yes, that's what
before.
I can see that. Yeah. Okay. I could give her the benefit of the doubt in the groomsmen suite. I could give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, she's just, I think there are such stereotypical views of Americans in different parts of Europe. I can see her like genuinely getting excited. Is this a yeehaw wedding? Because like
Yeah.
everywhere is Texas. People in Europe
Yes.
don't understand that they think cowboys, they think McDonald's, they have very specific ideas of what they think America is.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they're like, "Oh my god, am I going to be able to experience this American thing that I only see on TV?" Like they can get
Yeah.
excited. It can come off as rude because I feel like especially in Eastern Europe, sometimes people are much more blunt than we're used to here in the US, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just different. But
Right.
then the going into the weddings wherever you go, the bride is the star. Why are you demanding attention as a guest? That should be common sense. Why
Yes.
are you going and bothering people you've never met before? Like, if
Right.
I can even maybe see, like, hey, we don't want you to mess up with the setup, stay in the groom suite. Why are you sending her? I can see why a man, I love men. Some men are dumb. Not all men, always a man. Not all men, always a man.
Yeah.
Why is some man being like, yeah, just go hang out with the girls? Sir, this is a Wendy's. This is a
Yeah.
wedding. This is not babysit your girlfriend time, Tinder chick of the week. Like,
Right.
you could have been she could have even been established as a new serious girlfriend. It is not everyone else's job to babysit her. That's
100%.
weird. That's strange.
Well, and I feel like
And
it's
you
such
should
a
know. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was gonna say I feel like it's such like a guy thing too. Weddings, like the women, like typically, right? We're talking traditionally, women have like a schedule. We start early, we get hair and makeup, we
Right.
got champagne, whatever that like
Exactly. And much
groomsmen,
more
they show
structured
up.
day.
Yeah. Groomsmen just show up, they put a suit on, take a couple pictures, drink whiskey. You know what? They get to like hang out. And obviously, like, we gotta hang out too as girls, but like I just feel like the guys are more just laid back about it. And that's society. I'm not blaming that on the guys. That's how it's,
Right,
you know?
exactly.
But so I could totally see the guy being like, just go
Not
with
even
the
thinking
girls.
about it, which is not necessarily his fault, but what is his fault is assuming that everyone else is gonna babysit his date. And
Yeah.
for the date, like, she's a grown woman who invites herself into a space and just eats everybody's food. Do
Mm.
you even know the bride's name? Probably not. That to me
Yeah.
is crazy. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I would have been so upset.
I know. Like I've said, I've been a part of weddings where like it seems like a what's the word I'm looking for? Grand Central Station. Like people just constantly come in and out. Like there's big families, they want to see the bride. I don't know if that's me just being like a more private or like type A person, but I'm like, let's keep it to the
Understandable?
wedding party. If you're coming in to say hi, sure. I kind of want my own wedding and the weddings I'm a part of. I'm like, okay, if you're not in the wedding, let's kind of
Yeah.
like not come in. 'Cause it's kind of like it's
Literally,
almost like a play. It's a
literally.
performance, right? So like let's not look at the actors before they walk out. I know some people are gonna like laugh at
Yeah.
that, but it's kind of like that. Let's not reveal
Like,
before.
you wanna show the finished product. They sit and they get ready all day long, and I think it's different when you have a close family member or a close friend coming to, "Hey, do you need anything? Hey, how are you doing? Hey, XYZ." But, like, this isn't happy hour. This is not friends speed dating. This isn't daycare. Like, okay, you broke up with your girlfriend, you have a different date to the wedding. Okay, that's fine. She has nowhere else to go, she's hanging out. Okay, but it's not, why is it everyone else's job to entertain her? Why? Did you have to bring someone? Like, if she had nowhere else to go, why did you bring her?
Yeah, especially being a groomsman, I feel like you've got your guys there, you got other stuff to do. All right,
Right.
let's see what happens next. So she
Okay,
goes to
okay,
the
I'm ready.
wedding hungry. At
Oh,
that
wait, that's not
point,
all? Oh my god. Okay,
oh my
sorry.
gosh,
I'm
that was
sorry.
the whole story, girl. We've got lots.
Okay, okay, okay. Continue, continue.
There's so much
Holy
more.
moly. Okay.
Okay. At that point, she got kicked out and was told to wait in the ceremony space. Wedding
Okay, okay.
ensues with no other problems until the reception. During the reception, the girl tries to enter the bridal suite and the groom suite where the wedding planner catches her and tells her that it's locked until after the wedding. No one is allowed in except for the bridal party. Okay, good. I'm glad the
Right,
wedding party planner is there now.
right.
The girl
He's on top of
retrieves,
it.
exactly. The girl retrieves her groomsmen and they tried picking the lock to the groom suite. What? What?
For what? Why does she need to get in there?
Yeah. A friend of the groom went and found the planner to let them know the girl was trying to break in the groom suite. Because the groomsman was with her this time, they unlocked it for them and was told they were changing. So the planner left to take care of the couple. Wait, they told them they had to get in there and go change. I'm so
They've
confused.
told the planner, "Hey, I'm a groomsman. I need to get into the groomsman suite. I have to change my clothes." So that, okay, and they unlocked it and left.
Oh my gosh. So,
Oh my gosh, that's stressful. I'm sweating.
okay, it says they did the deed, if you know what
That's
I
where I thought
mean,
this was going. That's where I thought this was going.
and left the place in absolute disarray, a huge mess. They then left the wedding early, and we didn't find out about the mess until after our families went in to clean up the suites and pack everything up. We felt very disrespected by this, so I personally texted the groomsman the next day to ask him why he brought a stranger, first of all, without talking to us about it, that he RSVP'd for was his girlfriend of a year that we knew. So there we go, too. And why he left her to wreak havoc upon the bride and then disrespected the place by basically destroying it. Oh, so he brushed off the communication and mentioned that he barely knew her, but that she was a family friend. No apology whatsoever. I was then talking to my bridesmaid about everything that happened with her, and we found out the groomsman parents paid her to be his escort and get him to break up with his girlfriend. That is not where I thought this was going.
Wait, what?
His parents paid her to be his escort.
First of all, if you are a man who is easily swayed to break up with your girlfriend of a year because of a fancy accent and some excitement, throw the whole man away. Throw the whole man
Ah,
away, in my opinion. Full stop. Obviously, we don't know like what kind of issues were going on in his relationship.
right,
We
right.
have no idea. She
Yeah,
could have been a toxic girlfriend. We don't know.
right.
The whole thing just screams gross to me.
Why are the
It's
parents
hard
getting
because, okay,
involved? Can he, like, if he,
I'm so shocked that I'm like, I can't even find my words. Okay,
wait,
but
there's
you go
one last
first because I
sentence.
just,
The last sentence says they also paid for her expensive designer clothes for the wedding, then paid them to have an expensive hotel that night. So the parents literally just wanted this, like, but why the parents getting involved? We need to get rid of
but
this
not only
groomsman.
that, if they had this fancy hotel, why can't they wait till they get to the hotel?
That's what I'm confused about. So they just like had to do it in the
That's
groom
just
suite?
so inconsiderate.
Who's this
Like,
like
okay,
guy? I'm more
when
mad
you're
at
dealing
him.
with relationship issues, I am so mad at him for a lot of reasons. Because when you're dealing with relationship issues or the downfall of a relationship, I can't think of what word I'm looking for right now, so that's what we're going to go with, the
Yeah.
downfall of a relationship. It can really mess with you mentally, okay? I know that. I get that. I spent the last year getting divorced. Actually, in fact, so fun fact, in North Carolina, you have to be separated for a year and a day. That's tomorrow for me.
Oh,
Literally tomorrow.
congratulations.
I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. It's a celebration.
Yeah.
But I understand better than anyone that message that can bring you down and you can really struggle. That doesn't mean you just get to blow up everyone else's stuff that they have going on. That doesn't give you the right to just bash and trash other people's exciting moments. If you're not able to handle that kind of celebration, we're all adults, right? We're all adults. You know right from wrong. If you cannot handle being at that kind of celebration, you need to speak up. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this because I know there's going to be, for my bad apple videos, I always know there's always people like, well, you have no heart because you're not thinking of the other side. And I'm like, when people go through a really difficult time, whether it be emotional turmoil, mental spirals, addiction issues, their behavior can be explainable. That doesn't make it justifiable.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that to people. You don't get to do that to people and call yourself their friend.
Yeah.
That's just bad behavior. That's bad friend behavior. Your friend's wedding is not about you. Your friend's wedding is not about your recovery or your breakup or you trying to get back at your ex. It's just not. No
Mm,
matter how badly you were treated, no matter how badly you're hurting, it's not always about you.
yeah.
Period.